The big elder right there.
An elder with an elder.
Haha, elder with elder. This is our native species of elder here in Southern Alberta. I know, have you ever seen black or blue elder grow in this environment?
No, I'm thinking there's a lot of it once you get into like wine country, like around Kelowna
Right.
and whatnot. It's just thick in bushes. Some of the vineyards I've visited where it's just growing all along the gravel roads up the hillside kind of thing. They're just hanging there. Nobody's harvesting them or anything. You know?
Yeah. I've definitely done a lot of harvesting through BC with my eyes to the elder. So we're here with Elder Herbal Blaine Andrusek, and we're going to talk about elderberry. Now, this is kind of the only species live and in bloom right now. This is Sambucus racemosa.
And black elderberry is Niagara. So when you buy any commercial cough syrups and things with elderberry, it's always black elder. And it's one that we need to be careful with because we get into some of the cyanide compounds. So red elder isn't used for much. I've seen some references to coastal tribes in BC making a syrup with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never tried it, but apparently you can make tea from it. You just want to make sure you don't have any leaves whatsoever. And I've never tried it for the flavor. I honestly don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to make sure you've used really good, strong, hot boiling water. The cyanide compounds, like the red berries that are going to come from this, and obviously you're going to have a ton of them, you can actually eat if they're well cooked.
Great.
I've never bothered. I've
Yeah.
just never tried. It seems a bit spooky to me, and there's always something better else to eat, you know. Look at that tulip over there. Cute. One lonely tulip.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the reds I don't have much use for personally. Like I said, I've never tried the tea. But if you're going to make tea, just make sure you get every last little leaf off.
Right.
Because the leaves are where most of those compounds are. And
Yeah.
it might be a very tasty tea, I'm just not sure.
Yeah, well, compared to, again, the Sambucus nigris, which, you know, even the flowers, elderflower, you can tell just from the smell that it's beautiful, it's fragrant, whereas this one, kind of like the berries, you know, it's a different quality. It's not
Less
the same.
going on.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I like elder, you know. I guess I grow it as a bit of a kind of a token species in that regard, a homage to elder, even though as of yet I have not used the flowers or the berries. Similar to you, just kind
Have you seen birds eating them?
Well, maybe either it's the birds getting them or they just fall off really easily. They don't stick around long in that
A lot
regard.
of people around town think mountain ashberries are poisonous.
Right, but
And they're not. They're
No.
just so far tartaric acid, I think it is, that they're just bitter.
Right.
But you can actually use the mountain ashberries like Certo. If you add a clump to every jar of, say, canned blueberries that you're making,
Oh, okay.
they'll stay firmer
Wow.
and a little more flavorful. So those work. And I sometimes, because I had one in my yard, if it was really rife with berries and I had extra freezer room, I would break a bunch of clumps of berries off to put in the freezer, just so in tough winters I could throw bags of them up on the garage roof.
Right.
And the birds had something to eat, you know,
Yeah.
because I had a lot of birds in my yard.
I think those guys are hearing us talk about the berries.
Do you think it makes sense in bird language? No, sure, no idea. So I wouldn't use these at all, but you know, try the tea and just see what you think. But just use good hot water.
Yeah.
And make sure you're not getting any leaves in it.
Right. And if you come across an elder and you recognize an elder because of the leaf shape, the flowers, there's something that catches your eye, you know it's an elder. One of the ways to distinguish between the red and the black, specifically from the flowers, I learned this, is that the ramosis, is that how you pronounce that?
Or racemosis.
Racemosis, yeah, is more conical. Where the nigris, the black or the blue elder, is much. It's kind of like
More flat top.
yeah, umbrella-like almost.
Yeah, a corum.
Corum, yeah. But plenty in BC. I think I've only ever seen it once in town, and it was right next to a hotel. It must have been just like tucked in just so, and they were going the black elder. So
Somebody probably brought it in,
yeah,
a horticulturist or somebody.
yeah. But this grows all throughout Calgary's River Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, it's thick.
yeah.
I had a big one in my front yard too.
I have eaten the berries. I've just like nibbled on them a little bit, but nothing
Well,
beyond that.
that's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
But if you are going to try them, just cook them really well.
Right. Yeah. So there we are. Something to explore.